and like everything will be explained by Brehan, but just we are in the last phase and we just need next 7 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, please. So this phase cross-examination, actually, it's for everyone. You can like take your time around like 20 seconds just to prepare your question. You can share it with us, and everyone has like the chance to answer the question, and you can share your own answer just to express your knowledge.
Just adding what Brehan said, like this is one of the excited segment of this from my perspective. Okay, and I will here, Abhishek, I will start from you. So,
Yeah, please.
so you will have some time, like 30 second, 40 second. You take prepare something for your these all the counter colleagues who are there in the call. So you will ask a question and these people are open to answer. Again, you need to raise the hand and answer. The motive is to understand how good you can go and how good they can answer. Here the one clue I can give, like if you are doing some live project and if you have some tough situation and you may want to ask here, so it will be easy and you can manage two things here, like you may get a solution and you may see the knowledge of the other. Okay, so
Okay.
Okay,
your
clear to everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And please don't forget to raise your hand.
so the 30 seconds started. You guys can prepare, and definitely it will be tough for you guys to show the code and everything. So do prepare some verbal question or something, right? Or if you want to share the screen, then that's a different scenario.
Okay, you have around 30 seconds. Okay, Nirali, you can go ahead and share with us your question.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
okay, Nirali is starting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Nirali, what is the question? You can speak. I will try to write it up. Yeah, for everyone.
Yeah. So if the client's requirement is to add filters in the related list, that we generally use related list in on the record pages. Let's say I want to add filters to it. Then what can be the solution?
Everyone understood the question? I was not fast in the typing. So did everyone got the question?
Anjali, if you could please like repeat it again.
Yeah, so we generally use the standard related list of Salesforce to record pages, right? If contact has a related account, so on the accounts record page, we can show the related contacts. Now the client wants to, when let's say there are 2,000 contacts related to one account, and when I'm searching a contact and when I'm opening a account record and I need to find a particular contact record, so from the related list I need to have some filters. Let's say if I type the contact name, it should appear on the top.
Yeah, so you can use there is a option in where you create the relationship with the other object. So you can use there's a filter criteria option. So you can use that. It is
So
in the like if the objects are account and contact. So the uh, relationship field would be on a contact, so you can edit that field, and at the bottom of that page you will see a option of field criteria something, so you can use that, and by that you will see all the records that needs to be fetched.
okay, so that would work for custom objects and all the
Yeah,
fields for
yeah, it
if
is
I
a
want to search for any particular status.
yeah, it is field specific and related, like it is a relationship option. So in every relationship you will find this option.
Okay. I'm not sure because I faced this requirement and I had to install some application from App Exchange. So
uh,
Salesforce wasn't allowing to create filters on the related
uh,
list.
And it
w-
worked for you, Nirali? After installing the application, it worked for you?
Yes, yes. So
Okay.
that is an application called Enhance Related List.
Mm-hmm.
So that worked.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
like what
perfect.
Biman is saying, that is what I'm agreeing with because you can still check that thing if you go back to that relationship field in the contact and you can edit. You will get that add filter option at the bottom. So I think that will work.
Okay, I'll check it once.
Okay,
I
so
can show if you want. I'll like share the screen and show you.
We will have a group also, like we will
Okay.
create our community group. So you can definitely put this point here and tag Nirali on that. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Good.
next, I think so. But yeah, the share screen point was good. So you guys also can see the share screen button on your computer, right? So if anyone, instead of verbally saying, if anyone want to write it in anywhere and share the screen, they are totally open with it. Okay. So who want to go next?
Uh,
Abhishek, do you have your question prepared?
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Okay. The client requirement is in the insurance domain, they want to create a application, right? In the during the data collection time, they wants to stay application in the draft. We don't want to create child records. So at that time, they want to store all the JSON, like what I can say, all the data collection data. They want to store in the one JSON field. Sorry, not JSON field. In one text area field.
On that.
Okay, is the question clear for everyone?
Yes. So what if text area field limit exceeds?
I think Akib has an answer.
No, sorry, I raised the hand for my question, but the question is not clear, Abhishek. Can you come
Okay.
again,
Just
please?
okay. Mm,
I think I understood. Can I like explain?
Yeah, please do.
Yes,
okay.
Prad,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So there is an external API which is sending some data in JSON format, which needs to be stored in a text area field. So
Yes.
he's asking if when the data is coming like multiple times, so we are just appending the data into that particular field, and this field has a limit of characters. So when what happens if the data if the character limit is exceeded, so what needs to be done for that? So like my answer for that would be, if the JSON data like needs to be used like after uh, a certain point, then you can remove that particular data from this field and like reuse it this field again and again, or else you can either encrypt it also, so it gets like uh, small in size, and then you can use it.
Okay. So
Okay.
Abhishek, you got the
Akib, you have something.
yeah. Sorry, Brehan, you
You
can
have.
go.
It's okay.
Yes.
Akib, you have something to add?
Yeah, I just want to get it clarified again. Like Abhishek, the question is like, suppose I have some REST API or some external API. If I'm making a call, let's say it is giving me a country name. Right. Let's say it's give me India first time. So I need to store India in one of the fields. The second time I make a call, it gives me, let's say, Sri Lanka. Then I had to add India plus Sri Lanka into that one. Is that the question?
Yes.
And your question is
Yes.
like, if the, see, like for the text area long, we have 1,31,072 characters. That is the maximum character that is
Yes.
supported. So now your question is like, if that thing exceeds, let's say, I'm adding, keep on adding these strings and the character exceeds from that size. Let's say you have defined a text area long with a 10,000 character. So what this thing I have faced in my project, because I was working in that tool and the response can come of any size. So in the we didn't thought about the worst case scenario, and we just kept on adding the responses that we are getting. So one day what happened, that we got a response which has a string character more than, like, let's say it was like 2 lakh characters, which exceeds, which the Salesforce cannot support. So that time the code got crashed, and we really was not able to, means, think about it, how, what was the cause. So after that, what we did, like, suppose I am going to use, you are saying in some field. So you are going to create that field, you are going to define the size of that field. Let's say 10,000, correct? While creating, you must be knowing what is the field size, one of the way. So when you are getting a response at that time, you can check the size character. If it is greater than 10,000, either you can substring and use that one, or you can add a message that the size is greater than the field size. So this way your your code will not crash. That is what I think is good. Thank you.
Abhishek, do you have any comments or you would like to answer the question?
Like Abhishek, you are good with the situation. You understood?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good. The motive was you should get the point because you know the question, so the answer you need to set. Anyone next? Who is the next?
I think Brad had something to add and he just lowered the hand after that.
No,
I'm
he
not
got the
sure.
point. That's
Okay.
fine with me.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
Kair, do you have your question prepared?
Yes. So my requirement is like a simple. Okay. I have added one utility component, Salesforce, in a Salesforce utility, and from the utility button, I have from utility component, I have one button like whatever, like add or save something, and on that click of that button, I want to open one another component in right the center of that screen. So, like, is there any way?
Okay. Is the question clear for everyone? Brad, you can go.
Yeah, so like there's the standard pop-up model feature by Salesforce. If you use that, you can like it will by default open the component or the pop-up model in center of the page only.
No, from utility, it won't open center in center.
Uh,
It will
like
open in center of that component, not the center of the screen.
oh, okay, 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 okay. Okay.
Anyone?
Smart question. Should I move to next one? Who prepared next?
Okay.
Can we get the answer, Kayur?
Okay, so there is no direct way. For utility, we have to set a component. So there we have to set Aura component, and Aura component we can import some overlay library, which will open the utility. We can open the another component, like create one component from that Aura component, which will open this that component in center of this.
Okay, yeah, thank you. That makes sense.
Great.
Thank you, Kair. So, who has the next prepared question? Brad, you can go.
Yes, so I don't have any specific requirement, or what I just wanted to know if is there anyone who like knows either the consultant stuff or an architect stuff, like how to manage the whole project or how to like create a data model for any project. like kind of a best practice for data model or anything.
Did you got the question, everyone?
Yeah, I did that. And that's a very good question and a big answer required for that.
Like this is the thing. Like smartness need a edge.
Can I add?
Okay. Anyone wants to share?
Yeah, Akib wants to share.
Yeah, can I add? So, like,
Can.
see, I am working in the Salesforce for the Salesforce technology. Alongside, I am also a Spring Boot developer working in the Flutter in my free time. So, like, see, I just wanted to add, like, you are talking in the terms of an architect level, right? So it's like you are asking about developing a project and you are asking the like requirements, what and all will be there, how to design the model, considering the project for a like let's say to have a vision of a 1 or 2 years ahead, how you are going to see that thing. Accordingly, you need to design that thing. Okay. So first of all, so what I will suggest is like the data modeling part that you have said, that is the most crucial part, and I think that is the place where any developer or the architect needs to put their most of the efforts and their intelligence. Why I'm saying this, like currently I'm doing one personal project that is in a Spring Boot. So I have designed a model, I've done my backend coding, I was doing a Flutter coding, I was like good, and then suddenly I got to know that I missed one thing. And whatever I have in my model as a field, I should be having a junction object. Okay, let's in terms of let me give an example. I have a product and I have a price. So what I did is I created a price field in the product table, right? But later on I understood that other vendor selling the same product will have a different price. So all in all, I need to change my model. So for that, it took me like to create the model, it took me 1 week. To change the model, it took me another 1 week. But after changing the model, I need to change my backend code. Then I need to change my front end code. So that is the one point that I wanted to add. Like whenever you are working for any project, okay, and first we need to design the model. See, we cannot design a model how it's going to be in after 2 years, but we should design a model so that we can take it up to 2 years. Understanding my point? So
Yeah,
that is the main consideration that we need to keep. Once the model is okay, because changing the code is easy, but changing the model is a hectic thing.
yeah,
So that's what I wanted to add. Thank you.
yeah, got it.
Okay. Thank you, Akib. And you can share your own question as well because it's only
Yeah.
you
So
now.
yeah. So I
Niran
would
is
like to
also
share
there.
this question, but I don't expect anybody can answer. Why? Because this is the thing that I faced with my client. Okay, and I would like to. I'll just give the time, and later on I will give my solution so that it will help most of us. So the thing is that I was sitting. I would like to take 10 minutes time. Is it okay for everyone?
No, it will be too long. Try.
Too long.
Yeah, you just
Okay.
have to be really quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get in a twist. What happened is I was in a meeting. I was the developer. I had a project manager, I had a client. The project manager promises the client about something, what I'm going to explain, which is not really possible. So what happened is that I'm coming to the question directly. So suppose you have a two of the external API. Okay. You have to make a call to the first API. If you get a success message, then you call the second API. If you get a failure message after 15 seconds, you make a call. You have to try this 3 times. After 3 times also, if you are getting a failed message, leave it. But within these 3 times or 15 seconds, if you get a success message, you make a second API call. So what I'm trying to say is this is very easy in Java. Like we have a timer and we have a multi-threading, but we need to do this thing in Apex. So how anybody can do this, and that to be automatic, not it's like not you create a button and after every 15 seconds you're pressing the button. It should be pragmatically. Like you should make a call out to first one as soon as you get a response. If it is success, you make a second call out. If it is a failure, wait for 15 seconds, again make the first call out. If it is failure, again make the first call out. This is the question.
Okay. Is it the question clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is good.
Akib, is this an LWC part or just the Apex part only?
Just the
I
Apex.
think Apex. The 15-minute waiting is the 15-second waiting is the tricky part.
Yeah. So like if we could make it to LWC, then we can just like send
You can
the
use that Java in JavaScript. You have all the timer and sleep, right?
yeah,
But you don't have
yeah,
sleep and timer in Apex. That's the
yeah,
Yes.
challenging part. And that was when my manager promised to the client in front of me.
Okay.
okay.
So I think so. Okay. Uh, and do you have the answer of this also?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can proceed on that with the quick fix.
Yeah. So the quick answer is like, suppose when I'm making a first call out, as soon as I get a response, I'll create a scheduler and I'll schedule a job from now plus 15 seconds. And in my schedule job, I'll try to make the first call out again. And if it is failure, then it's like a recurring with a counter. If the counter is 3, then I will stop. If it is success inside my scheduler code, if the second time the call out is success, I'll call the second API. So the trick is in the scheduler. When you have to use the scheduler, you can use the scheduler with no adding the number of seconds or minute, whatever you want to iterate it again.
Okay.
Okay, is the answer clear for everyone?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
So did Nirali participated in this?
Yeah.
Yes, she was the first one. Okay. Okay, guys. One thing which I got, like, this got a bit lengthy. I expected it to be done in 60 minutes, but I saw it went more 20 to 25 minutes. I will try to sharp it up. So now we are at the end. After this call, I will send you one link. Okay, that link will require some information from you. You don't need to do any other test or anything after this. You just need to provide certain of the verified detail. Number one, if you hold some certificates, do provide some information about those certificates which you have done. Second, if you have done some past work which you want to show into your profile, then you have to provide that detail of those past work, as well as some verification process that include the name of the client, the website of the client, the email address, so at least we can verify the claims which you are doing. So only the verified works would be added in your profile, and that also